Hello everyone, my name is Abhiraj. In today's session, we are going to talk about chemical equations and chemical reactions. To start with, we'll just see the table content of this particular chapter. In the first two sections, we are going to talk about what is a chemical reaction and what is a chemical equation. So just to tell you in brief, chemical reaction just talks about any two chemical species combining together. For example, if I am saying carbon is reacting with oxygen to give carbon dioxide. Now this is just a theoretical statement that I have made. While a chemical equation is the mathematical understanding behind that particular statement. That means in chemical equation we are going to write that is carbon is going to react, that is C plus O2 is going to react and give a particular compound such as CO2. Now this reaction what we have taken is a very simple reaction. Not all the reactions are as simple as this. There are more complicated reactions where we need to do certain further balancing of the reaction, which is our third topic, that is balancing the chemical equation. Now in mathematics, as we do, we balance the LHS and RHS in any equation, such as same we need to balance any chemical reaction with respect to number of atoms in the reactant side and number of atoms on the product side, that is LHS as well as RHS. Further, we are going to talk about the types of total chemical equations or chemical reactions. The total 6 chemical reactions that we are going to talk about here. Further, then we are going to talk about two topics, that is corrosion and rancidity. Now corrosion and rancidity is nothing but the decomposition of any matter. While corrosion, it talks about decomposition of metal, especially iron, while rancidity talks about oxidation of oils. So let us go into detail one by one about these topics. So first topic is knowing about a chemical reaction. Now we are going to say whenever there is a chemical change which is happening, we are saying the chemical reaction is going to take place. Now to understand this chemical change, let us consider a simple example of ice. Now ice, as we know, this is nothing but a H2O molecule but in a solid form. If I am supposed to heat this ice and this ice will convert into water. After converting to water, the molecule of water will also contain H2O. So can we say there is a chemical change has occurred? Because in ice, the chemical entity was H2O. In water, the chemical entity is again H2O. So definitely there is no chemical change that has occurred. So this is merely a physical change. So if there is a chemical change altogether, such as if H2O molecule is heated and I am getting H2 separately and oxygen separately. If this type of reaction or this type of equation we are able to write, then we are going to see a chemical change has occurred. As you can see on the left hand side, the hydrogen is associated with oxygen, while on the right hand side, hydrogen is individual so as oxygen. So both H2O and H2O2 are different species. So if such changes is happening, we are going to say a chemical reaction is taking place. Next, in a chemical reaction, the reactants are permanently converted into products. Now this is very important. It is permanent change. That means once the reaction has carried out, whatever the product has formed cannot be converted back to reactants. Therefore, this is also considered as an irreversible change. And in a chemical reaction, we are going to see the following certain changes. You take any chemical reaction, we are about to see certain fixed changes, such as first, the change in the state. That means a solid particular reactant might get converted into liquid, or a liquid can convert into gaseous, and vice versa. Also, there is a possibility that there will be change in the color. We are going to see some examples of this as well. Whenever chemical reaction occurs, it is possible that the initial reactants are having no color at all, they are colorless, but the product form are going to have a particular color. So both the conditions are giving a proof that a chemical change has occurred. Similarly, next we are talking about change in the temperature. This is also very common observation that you can do in your school laboratory. You can take some acid and add it in certain water, some amount of water. After certain time, you can record the temperature. The temperature of water slightly rises. This actually happens because the acid is now dissociating and it is combining with water. So this is also a chemical change that is happening. Similarly, there is a fourth change that can also occur. is the evolution of any gas, and this will depend on reactant to reactants. Such gas such as carbon dioxide or hydrogen can be liberated out in a particular chemical reaction.